are back with Brunch, a taste of Tobago. Now, guys, before I left you, thank you so much to Dr. McSween for being such a wonderful guest and, spreading all that love and that kindness. It's always a joy having him. But like I said at the beginning of the show, we are into the carnival season. We are into Calypso season. And it's a wonderful time when we have our sons and daughters of Tobago representing well. And my next guest is no different. And I feel so honored. I feel so special because he told me personally that he's not doing interviews. He only came because it was me interviewing him. So I'm so honored to present to you guys. You guys know him as Tobago Chalky, but to us, family and friends, Mr. Alex Gift. Good morning to you, sir.
Morning to you, Janelle. It's indeed a pleasure.
Yeah. So how have you been? Because you basically just burst on to the scenes. I saw you in October, and it was like a drawback moment because, it's like, what is going on?
Yeah.
How are you? Tell me, what's going on?
I am fabulous.
Yeah.
For want of a better word.
Yeah.
I am fabulous. I'm excited. I'm great. I'm excellent. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm refined.
And your journey is different though. Your journey has changed.
Yes.
You realize that.
A lot of people saying that.
Yeah.
But it's normal. As the scripture says, all things happen. All things work together for good to them that love the Lord.
Definitely.
And that's the key.
And there's also a season. I know
There's a
Ecclesiastes tells us a season.
Yeah.
Yeah, and things happen for you
For a reason.
and regardless of any man or woman and their intent and their deeds and their words and all of that. What happens for you happens regardless.
And that's what I tell people. When you see people going through difficult situations or whatever, have nothing to say.
Oh my gosh,
you don't know what is the reason. Sometimes we want to know how.
Yes.
It's not how. We must try to find out. We must try to find out why. Yes.
And I love the fact that you said we must try to find out why.
Why?
Because
and not how.
It's easy for us to take a narrative and run with it.
Correct.
Sometimes we have no idea what the circumstances were, what the experience is like, who are the key players involved.
That's the point.
And I have had experiences where people talk. I have a friend of mine, I hope she's watching. There's an instance where someone was speaking ill of her, but speaking ill of her to her, not knowing
it is her.
that this is the person that you're spreading the lies about.
We have to be careful.
Yeah.
You see? And I during my years growing up and things, I would have heard men say, people in jail innocently. I never believed that until my experience,
Yeah, and that's the thing. Experience is your best teacher.
Yeah.
And so you feel that essence where you're reformed. And that goes into your creativity.
Correct. Yes.
And so you're bursting out. And then we have the feud.
Yeah,
tell me about the feud.
Oh my!
Your entry for 2024.
Yes,
tell me about the feud.
The feud was based on the refined version of Alex Gift, the Bago Chalky. When I was there in my zone. The authorities used to tell me, you different, you looking different. Something about you, you're gifted. And they wanted me to enter competitions in there. But my focus was not that. My focus was to edify at the right time. Because I know once you know your purpose, you couldn't care less what people think, you know.
Yes.
Because they would think whether or not,
Whether or
whatever
not
you
they
say,
know
whatever you
or
think,
not.
they would
Yes,
think, they would think
it.
whether or not.
Yeah.
So the key is to keep focus on you and what you are about. Once you keep that in mind,
Yeah.
things can fall along around you. There can be a hole around you. Even though you're going down into the hole, concentrating on what you will hold on to while going down into that hole, you will survive.
Definitely.
Don't get swallowed up by, I call it nonsensical talk. Because most of the time, people talk things that they don't know.
And it's good to be able to shut out the noise, as we call it,
Correct.
because it's there to distract you.
Because I was when I was going through my difficult situation, I heard all sorts of things about my incarceration, how many years and so on.
Yeah.
Nobody knew what I went to jail for.
Yes. And you know, one of the things that I absolutely love about you, Alex, is the fact that you are unfiltered and you're like an open canvas.
Of course, I don't hide.
Yeah. And
You know?
so the conversation follows a certain trajectory
Yes.
because
Yes.
you're transparent and you're being
That's the
honest.
point. That's the point.
Yeah.
And what some people, I wouldn't say all the people, what some people don't like about me is that I am blunt.
Yes.
I talk straight. And most people don't like me because of how I portray, how I put it over. If it's black, it is black.
Yes.
If it is white, it is white. Don't tell me that cup is red and you are looking at a blue cup. Come on, are you naive?
And you call a spade
A spade.
And this is one of the things that speaks to your artistry
Yes.
as a writer and a performer.
That's
Yeah?
what has guided me and helped me.
Yes.
Because had I not been studying and investigating, I would not have been a good composer. You understand?
Definitely, I get you.
You never know, I might have been sued like Coco, but that's a different story.
Alex Gift. Alex Gift.
You
Alex
understand?
Gift.
Because I sang so many things.
Yes.
Even though I was blacklisted at one point, singing political commentaries in some subtle way. The people would have seen it. Example, Sprung a Story. I sang Sprung a Story, same pedigree.
Yeah.
You know, Coco Mele. Those were great political commentaries. Fitzgerald Hines, when he heard my composition, Coco Mele, the man knelt down, shook my hands, he knelt down. He said, "You are a genius."
And that's basically what it is. You call a spade a spade.
Correct.
Yeah. But what was it like preparing for the season?
Right.
Was it hectic? Was it a roller coaster? What was it like for you preparing?
It was kind of busy because we adjusting to the new settings. After that period,
Yeah.
you have a lot of work to do. You have a lot of cleanup. You have a lot of restructuring. But one thing you must bear in mind: once it is here,
Oh, yes.
you see, you do all the infrastructure here. And then when you come out, you just put in on paper what you have here. So, as I always tell people, without the vision, you're nothing.
Yeah.
You have to have a vision as to how you want it done. It's like a house. You don't go and build a house without a plan or having a plan in your head as what you want to be done.
Yes.
Always you'll make a mess. You'll waste
a lot
material.
of material,
you know?
and money and
Correct.
time.
So you
Yeah.
have a plan and a structure in your head. It is drawn in your head. It is worked out in your head. And when you come into the realization, okay, this cup, I want it there because you know the distance, you know the feet, the time, because it was worked out
Yes,
in your head.
You took the time to
Correct.
calculate.
And that's where a lot of people, you leave them behind because they are so busy trying to mind your business instead of working their business out in their head. So by the time you come on the scene and you go on past them, they say, what's happening? You worked your business out while they were minding your business.
So the competition takes place this Saturday?
This Saturday.
Oh my.
This Saturday. So quick.
I'm feeling tired and it's not me. I'm feeling like I'm tired.
Girl, if I tell you, I doesn't, girl, and and it's a customary thing for me, But every time you go through the pace, it is like something new.
Yes. It's constantly evolving. And changing.
And it is and sometimes it's look, it's problem here and problem there and the little comments in between and the little bacchanal, and you say, oh my God, I'm involved in this thing.
Yeah.
And then there will be the critics on the other end saying hey, you're gonna sing Calypso and there are certain, all right, let me put it this way. There are certain discussions I don't take part of. It does not make any sense.
And it doesn't benefit you.
It doesn't benefit me. So there are discussions that I wouldn't even waste time to even.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm too learned for that. Yeah. I'm too learned.
And this is not, like you said, this is not like your first entry into the National Monarch semifinals.
Yes.
You have bypassed so many as you say, noise and talk.
Yes.
Because you made it to the Mashkara, you made it through,
correct.
So it's a staple. You're like a staple of the competition. But for some reason, making it in this time and space, it's like a whole
new thing, different
vibe. Yeah.
And you know what have kept me, Janelle? The love for people.
Yeah.
The love for the artists. The love for the art form. While I was inside, I would have listened to like the various different competitions that they would have had.
Right.
And I would sit down there and watch a Calypsonian and say, hey, you could have done better there. You could and it's not even me singing.
Yeah, but the passion.
Is there. And I don't know where we got this rivalry from.
Oh, that's another thing.
That's another thing.
Yeah.
Janelle, you know me. You understand? You came into you were one of the most gorgeous voices in backups that I've known.
I thank you for your kindness.
Correct. And there were people who I had selected to sing with me in time past, of which you were one of them.
Yes.
And
because I was there.
Correct. And I would tell you, I am not
not
singing with anybody else except it is these three
yes.
or these, and I would because it's a love. It's the we don't just go and sing. We sing because we love it. It's like a plate of food. And I tell them, I always say, when you do something, you do it because you love it, not because you want the money. No, somewhere along the line the money will come, but you're not focusing on the money. You are focusing on the gift. Oh God, the sweet smelling savor. When you sit down and they say, he sung good. That is my passion.
And that's the love.
That's the love. I feel good.
Yes.
When they say, I'm not concerned about the money. I'm concerned about feeding the people with the correct information.
Definitely. And I love the fact that you said that. We're going to wrap right now.
Yes.
I could talk to you all day, right?
Yes.
But we're out of time. But
Yes.
I have to have you back, and we're going to have a really nice sit down, and you can tell me all about everything that you want to talk about.
Yes.
But from us to you, we wish you nothing but the best of luck,
Certainly.
blessings, and of course, success in what you endeavor to do.
Thanks very much.
So guys, that was Mr. Alex Gift Tobago Chalky, one of our representatives for the National Calypso Monarch semi-final round, taking place this Saturday at Skinner Park, San Fernando. So you guys go ahead and tune in. It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day, blessed with talent and so much picong, you name it. It's all going to be there. We're going to take a break and we're going to be right back with Book Club. Let me just mention our trivia question. Of course, that white color of the Trinidad and Tobago flag symbolizes what? The answer at the end of the show. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.